What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back, and I'm bringing you another great gameplay here. This is an impressive gameplay. At least it's impressive to me, because we managed to destroy kids that couldn't read or write, see or hear. Well, apparently they couldn't, because we pretty much did a 200-4 on them. 200-4. I don't know how long you guys have been following me, but back in the day, I did a commentary on my very first underage on Call of Duty. Since then, I've gotten a lot of them. I got so many of them, I quit trying to even post underages. I don't know what this team was doing, but some reason they did not go for the C flag whatsoever. So we ended up pulling all 3 flags right off the bat, and I thought we were going to try to almost put a goose egg up for the first whole round, but they end up getting a little bit of a cap here, and there's nothing we could have done about it. I'm using the Sandy Ravage setup for his 300th game. For those of you who are unaware, Sandy Ravage hit his 300th upload, which might not sound like a lot, because some people do 300 uploads a month. They do. Like I myself, I do anywhere between 60 to 90 uploads a month. Whereas Sandy, he's one of those guys that uploads very, very rarely. He's actually kicked his upload game up a lot for the last year or so. I mean, I remember when a Sandy Ravage upload was something of legend. You know, you'd rarely see a Sandy Ravage upload. And that was mainly after the end of Modern Warfare 2. He just hasn't been into Call of Duty since then. I mean, he got a little bit more in Modern Warfare 3, but even then, Modern Warfare 3, that was a horrible game. I don't think there's anybody out there that will say how Modern Warfare 3 was a good game. It was just trash. I mean, like, I hated the specialist kill streak loadout. Hated it. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, but I always felt that it was really unfair and it was really cheap. I did. And I still do. I still find it unfair and really cheap. But let's actually get into talking about a topic here. The gun laws. I know I've talked about guns before, and I know that talking about guns can be boring. It's almost as fun as truck talk on PKA, but I love truck talk, and I love gun talk, and I love mic talk. Something that interests me. Well, Obama today was seething mad. Here's a picture of Obama mad. He was upset with the lawmakers today, saying they caved into the gun lobbies, so making background checks more thorough and longer. Seriously? Background checks more thorough and longer. Alright, for those of you out there that maybe not from America, or maybe are too young to purchase a gun, or have never experienced purchasing a gun, let me tell you or walk you through what it's like to buy a firearm in America. Alright, you go to your store. You go, how much money do I have? Because guns are expensive. They're not cheap. Guns are not something you can go out there and buy because you got a little extra money on your paycheck. No, you got to save up and buy a gun. The cheapest gun I think you can buy is like $100. And all those are like really old-timey World War II bolt-action rifles. So, you're going to go buy a gun. Let's say you want to get something that you actually can use to protect yourself, or maybe you want to carry around on you, or something that's very easy to use. So most likely you're going to go with a nice 9mm handgun that's really compact and small. So you're going to get something like a Glock or a SIG or something like that. So you're going to end up paying anywhere between $400 and $700 for your handgun. You're like, all right, you got your money. All right, so you got your money. You go to the counter. You're like, well, this gun right here. He goes, okay. He hands you a sheet of paper, and you fill out that piece of paper. You fill out the paper. It takes about 10 minutes to fill the paper out, and then they have to call the FBI. They call the FBI to do a background check on you. This background check pulls up your criminal record, everything you've done. Have you had past mental instability, such as, were you crazy in high school? Things like that. And if everything checks out, they go, okay, here you go. You can now buy your weapon. That's what a background check is like. They want to make that longer. What can they do to make it longer? I mean, waiting periods on guns has been proven not to work. They have. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the Terminator movie. The guys, you got to have a 3-day waiting period on a handgun. Well, handguns are the most dangerous firearm. If you want to go look at it, 80% of all firearm-related deaths are handguns. That's the trouble. I mean, rifles are something like 300, and that counts all rifles. That counts from assault rifles to hunting rifles to 22 rifles, everything. That's rifles. It's just one big lumped up category. And basically they want the background checks to be longer. What benefit does these background checks being longer actually help the buyer or the consumer, or to stop people from shooting up schools? I seen something stupid on Facebook. On Facebook, there was this picture of this thing thanking lawmakers for the students that are going to get shot up next week, thanking lawmakers for not passing the bill. First off, most people that shoot up schools, they don't shoot up schools with a weapon that they buy themselves or personally. Yes, James Holmes bought a weapon, but guess what? A longer background check wouldn't have stopped him from buying that weapon. You know what he did? He basically bought the weapon with money that the government gave him, and he planned it. He planned it for a long time. And even then, if you outlaw assault rifles and you outlaw extended clips, you outlaw all these magazines. Think about West Virginia Tech or Virginia Tech. That guy used 2 handguns. He killed a lot of people with 2 handguns. I mean, let's go even one step further. Let's go back to Bathory. Not Bathory, but God, I forgot the name. The very first school massacre. He used explosives. He used explosives you can make from Lowe's. And he killed a lot of people. He killed more people than pretty much anybody else in a school shooting. What does this all say? It says that they're trying to pull your heartstrings. That's what it looks to me. They're trying to play you as a fool, and they're trying to play you as a sucker that think these background checks are going to help. There is no loophole. You go to a gun show, you're going to have a background check as of today. I mean, in South Carolina, if you buy a gun from like Bill down the road, Bill's going to have to tell you got to register it to your name. When you go to register that gun, you're going to get a background check. It's plain and simple, dude. That's what it is. And it's stupid. It's been your boy, Wings of Redemption.